Hi, my name is Brittany Rose Davila, and I'm going to be proving my competency in NAEYC Standard 5 using content knowledge to build meaningful curriculum. For key element 5A, understanding content knowledge and resources in academic disciplines, I have chosen a video of my kindergarten class, my very first year of teaching. They're performing a holiday song and a song involving cooperation. So now I chose this artifact because I was hoping that it would convey the importance that music had had on me my entire life. I learned how to play flute in elementary school all the way up to high school. When I got to high school, I started choir. I learned music theory and learned how to read and write music. I basically went to school every day just so that I could go to choir and learn more music. My knowledge in that area of music helps me teach children. I am able to convey any teaching idea through music because of the knowledge that I have from my education growing up. I hope that this video kind of gives an idea of how I was able to incorporate music and movement into learning. You know, it is just a holiday program, and it was for the parents, but the children did enjoy it and enjoyed practicing, and they enjoyed working together as well. I almost use language and literacy for this because I am also heavily into English and reading and writing. While growing up, I was always reading, probably when I shouldn't have been in the classroom, to the point where I would get in trouble for reading. But I loved books, and I thought that the more books that I read, the smarter I would be. And I feel that I can contribute that and convey that message to children and understand that my knowledge in these content areas is important for building a foundation for later, for the kiddos. For key element 5B, knowing and using central concepts, inquiry tools, and structures of content areas. For this key element, I chose an artifact of a PowerPoint that I created for a technology education course. Most of the people in this course were going to be high school teachers or elementary teachers or basically educators of older children. I had to modify the assignments to target preschool age children. In this PowerPoint, I was able to display different types of animals and their ecosystems, and it was a math concept of categorizing animals and where they go, and a science concept talking about why these animals live in the ecosystems that they live in for survival and those such things. So the PowerPoint itself is very basic because it's building the foundation for children. They see groups of animals that naturally live together, and then we can open up the discussion and talk about why and how and those types of things, those scientific ideas that we have, and the concepts that go with that. This is, like I said, just a very basic PowerPoint, but the idea behind it, the knowledge that I know that I had to create something that was appropriate for preschool age children, and knowing the tools to use. So I used a technology-based tool to teach that concept to these children. In that, there's many other ways that it could have been. For instance, with this PowerPoint, I also included sensory bins with animals and the materials of their ecosystem, so they could get hands-on experience with that concept of an ecosystem and where animals live. And I feel that that kind of proves my knowledge of these types of tools that go with academic disciplines. Now, for the last key element, key element 5C, using my own knowledge and appropriate learning standards and other resources to design, implement, and evaluate developmentally meaningful and challenging curriculum. For this, I chose a lesson plan that I created for ECE 304, integrating math in science concepts. So this particular lesson plan actually covers quite a wide array. It's math and or life science concepts with literature. So we're including that area of development as well. This lesson plan includes adaptations for dual language learners, for children with special needs. It includes an assessment, and it also includes 3 follow-up activities for parents to complete at home, or for the families to complete at home. This lesson plan, very simple. Read the book Jack and the Magic Beanstalk. Invite the children to then plant their own magic bean, and then observe the plant over time. So we're going to be doing language and literacy by reading the story. We're going to be relating that to a scientific concept, which would be a plant growing. The children are going to be looking at identifying parts of the plant, talking about how the plant grows, what it needs to grow. So we're kind of talking about the life cycle of a plant. And then they're going to be documenting it over time. That also works with 5B, knowing the tools of that particular academic discipline. So for science, we are documenting the growth, and that is a tool that we use to see progress. This particular lesson plan proves that I know how to design and implement an appropriate activity that's working on the foundation of learning for these children. We are starting at the beginning. We are talking about plants, that it is a living thing, that it grows. How does it grow? And these concepts are building that foundation when they grow up later and they are learning about more complex concepts such as bacteria and microorganisms. That's not something that we're going to be talking about with a preschooler because they can't even see it, but we can see a plant grow. So when we start there and we talk about parts of the plant, cells, and how it's an organism, that is building that foundation that they later learn more on. So that, I feel, is my knowledge on this. I have extensive knowledge in many academic disciplines. Today I did only choose to talk about my music, a little bit of English, a lot about some technology and how to use that technology within the classroom appropriately, as well as some science concepts. So I hope that this is detailed enough. It proves that I know how to lay the foundation of learning for children so that they become successful later in all academic disciplines.